Okay, bandana, check. Pajamas, check. Wait, can y'all see that? Okay, check, because we're binging today, so I wore my PJs. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Army Takuzi. You guys already know who I am, but if you are new, then you can call me Zumoshi. And the last time I did something like this, I binged the entire season of Banana Fish. If you guys have not seen the video, please feel free to check it out right here. But for today, I'm going to be binging the entire first season of The Promised Neverland. Now, this show came out in the beginning of 2019, and people, it's all I hear about even now. People ask me if I've seen the show, and every time I say no, I haven't seen it yet, they're always like, what? You haven't seen it? You need to watch it. It's like really good. And my sister says the same thing, so I'm gonna watch it now. I think it's gonna be pretty good, so I figured I would do a video for it. I know the second season is out. They have like 11 episodes out right now. I'm only gonna watch the first season for this video. If you guys want me to do the second season, then I'll make a separate video for that. Yeah, I really don't know how this is gonna go. Before we start, I'm gonna give you what I think the show is about, and then after I've seen a set amount of episodes, I'm gonna go over what I think of the show so far. So what I think The Promised Neverland is gonna be about, it's centered around these kids, right? I think there's like the main cast is like 3 kids, and I think they get stranded somewhere, or they're lost, or they get abandoned or something, and then they get invited to join some kind of orphanage or this establishment that cares for children, other kids around their age, okay, right? And then, but something is wrong with this establishment. Something's going on. Either kids are going missing, or they're being like slaughtered or sacrificed for some reason, either to something or someone, or reason we don't know. So I think the main premise of the show is going to be about these kids escaping this establishment and trying to like survive, and thus reaching some kind of location. Maybe that is the Neverland that the title refers to, but we'll see. Okay, let's begin. Hey guys, it is day 2 now of this binging journey. I wanted to talk about episodes 1 through 6 really quickly before I moved on and finished talking about episodes 7 through 12 after I watched those. So the first thing I want to mention is that I was super nervous while watching the first episode because the whole time it just opened with a really bright and comforting and just a fun environment for all of these kids, and I'm like, I know something is gonna go down. I just didn't know when. They didn't hit you with anything shocking until the very end of that first episode, but you know, you see it eventually and you're like, wow, you know. The second thing I want to talk about was my assumption at the very beginning. So I was like partially correct. The only thing I was wrong about is that the kids didn't find this orphanage. They were brought up there as babies. So that was the only thing I was wrong about. Surprisingly, I was right about the Promised Neverland thing. So they are gonna escape and try to find this human type society in this world of demons. Supposedly, we don't really know what's out there yet, but we'll see. And one last thing I want to talk about before we continue the binging is I'm really curious to just see how the escape is gonna go. I know it's coming up mostly because of the promise Norman made to Ray, because okay, we at this point we know that Ray is the traitor, and Ray tells Norman that he will keep him informed with like inside information as long as he promises that during the escape he'll leave the youngins, the ill-bodied, like the younger kids behind, because they're basically not gonna make it over the wall or through the escape or whatever, which contradicts both Norman's and Ray's promise to Emma that they would do everything in their ability to make sure everyone in the orphanage can make it over the wall and escape altogether. So I don't know what's gonna happen surrounding that, but I'm really curious to see. As far as future predictions go, I feel like if everyone does make it over the wall, which I feel like is kind of unlikely, but you never know, we don't know like what's beyond that wall. We don't know what's in the forest. So I feel like if demons are roaming around freely, then I feel like some kids are gonna get picked off as they try and find their way to this promised Neverland, but we shall see. So let's go ahead and continue. Okay, so I just finished watching episode 12, and I'm gonna do my best to keep this overview / analysis / outro short. I don't want it to be too long, but my thoughts are kind of all over the place, so bear with me. Okay, first things first, the saddest part of this entire season, Norman's shipment like robe. That shit was sad. Other than that, I don't know. As for the escape, I'm not really surprised that Emma chose to leave the younger ones behind, 4 years old and younger. Phil is staying with them. He's the one that knows, and now Isabella, she knows that Phil knows. surprisingly, but not really. So he's staying behind with the other kids. Emma and the rest escaped thanks to Norman, which, I don't know, I guess everything just worked out, which I'm happy to see that. But now the real challenge begins, you know. It's like, where do they go from here after the escape? So as for last minute shockers, I was very surprised to find out that Isabella is Ray's mother. Like, well, I was not expecting that at all, but it's what we got, and to think that Ray knew that this entire time, like, wow. But as for the season as a whole, I really like it. I normally rate any show I watch like a 1 out of 10, 10 being the best, and I'm gonna give this first season a solid 8. I really enjoyed it. I think it has a lot of potential from here going forward. I don't know what the second season holds, but again, if you want to see more of that, then please let me know. Like I said before, I usually don't rate shows unless I've seen the show in its entirety, because, you know, the rating can either go up or down from here. But I'm hoping for the best. As in whole, I just really enjoyed The Promised Neverland. I can see why people like it so much. So that is about it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed getting the opportunity to finally sit down and binge watch this series. Thank you so much for watching again, and feel free to subscribe down below and follow me on my social media if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video.